And here is the Simpsons film. Oh, man. Hello everyone, and welcome back to Jesse Hecht Creative. Today we're going over the Simpsons Family Multi-Pack from Jakks Pacific. Now let's get to it. Here's the box for the Simpsons Family Multi-Pack in roughly 2.5-inch scale. They look amazing over here. We have Homer and Bart on the sides, as well as some legalese on the bottom, Simpsons on the top, with all the characters from the series on the top. I hope we get to them. And all the legalese on the bottom you'll ever need. On one side is Lisa. On the other side are Marge and Maggie. Now let's open up this Simpsons Family Multi-Pack. And on the inside of the box we have the whole family in plastic with their pets, as well as this nice pink donut background. Starting off with Homer, a nicely done figure, looking a lot like he does in the series and the other larger figure. The head sculpt looks pretty faithful to the series. I don't like how dark this is down here, at least on camera, but I do like the paint on the rest of the figure and the hair. It's great. And we do get a swivel for the head going pretty much to left and right. It's nice. The body is kind of like a pear, as is the figure from the other line, and we do have articulation going up and down and all the way around for both arms. Nothing on the waist. It's kind of a shame. The hands are kind of stumpy and also painted. I wish they were just plastic, which is kind of weird. We'll see how that does over time, but I do like how they're holding hands. They're pretty good. And then the pants are just your normal Homer pants. They look nice, although this thing is in the way on the bottom. That's a shame. I do like how the shoes are done, and his legs are really just toward the middle. It's kind of weird. And the only articulation we get is up a little bit on that and down, and that's pretty much it for sitting position or lying down position. It's pretty good. And he also has two hexagons with peg holes at the bottom of his feet. Overall, pretty nice figure. Can't believe I'm saying this, but Marge stands much better than her 5-inch counterpart. This is a really nice figure too with the hair. I always loved her hair. It's really cool to see, and the face sculpt is good too. The paint on the eyes is a little bit off, which is kind of a bummer. She looks a little wonky and weird. She does have a swivel over here too, going all the way around, unlike Homer, and her necklace is nice too over here also. The body looks pretty good over here. The arms look nice. I like the points that her hands come down to, like claws in a way, and her skirt looks nice also, without much cut in it though. And we do have up this far and down, then all the way around, same on the other side but mirrored, and we do have her legs going up this far and down, and that's pretty much it. Her shoes look nice, and she does have peg holes at the bottom of her feet. Overall, decent figure. Bart is up next, and he's kind of hard to hold. Honestly, the legs won't really work, but I do love the hair. It looks great, and the face looks nice too, if a little bit underdone at least. The ears are really small, and they stick out the side of his head a little bit. His eyes are kind of bulging out of his sockets, and he also has a swivel over here. Overall, nicely done. I never realized how similar his body was to his dad's, that kind of pear shape, but just way smaller. It's kind of cute, and I like the color done too. It's like a pinkish orange in a way. And the arms are painted too oddly, not really matching that much. They look like macaroni noodles with how like shiny they are, and we get up and down, at least over here, with a nice swivel. It's kind of wonky. And the pants and shoes have a nice color to them. The legs have that same kind of color as the head. These macaroni noodles are kind of weird too. And the shoes have nice paint on them and peg holes at the bottom. And he also has that same sit-down articulation, but a little harder to move. It's a nice figure with some weird paint apps some places, but it's decent. Lisa's up next, and I do like how the head looks with this hair. It's pretty awesome. It looks like one of those Japanese candies. It's great. Along with the paint on the face, it's good too. The profile for the head looks nice, also kind of like a duck bill going out. We do get a swivel all the way around, and I do like how the necklace is pretty shiny and good looking here. It's nice. Her skirt and shoes are the same color. It's kind of bland, kind of boring, but at least all the legalese is somewhat hidden on the figure. I like that. We get up this far pretty much, and then down and all the way around. It's good. And the feet are painted pretty well, but the shade is kind of off on the shoes. And we do get up this far and down for the sitting position. Much easier to use than Bart. It's a better figure. I like it a lot. Hello everyone, and thank you so much for watching so far. Make sure to click like, subscribe, share, leave a comment, and hit the bell icon for more creativity. Now let's get back to it. Maggie's so small, just do this all in one shot. Really nice figure, missing articulation from the taller figure at least, but she's really good. She does have head articulation, I believe, once I move these arms down from the scream position, going all the way around, at least like the exorcist baby she is, and going up, not really that far, just swivel, I guess. Wow. They could have put like a ball joint here, but there's no swivel at all going up at least. It's just no hinge, just going up with the swivel and back of the swivel, and that's pretty much it with the swivel for the head, and nothing really much on the bottom except for a peg hole. It's pretty good though. And as a fan of animal action figures, we get Santa's little helper here, looking really awesome. I love the look on this very skinny doggo, very falling down doggo, but really nicely done doggo. And for articulation, the head can swivel as well, with the legs going up and then back on swivels, and then up and back on swivels as well for these, for a good at least like walking stance or something that works out pretty good. The paint is pretty decent on the face, nose, and tongue. The tail can't really, oh wait, no, it can. It actually can move around. That's pretty cool. A little waggy action, much better than other animal action figures I've seen. And finally, Snowball 2. The eyes are kind of glassy, the nose is kind of not really that great, and the teeth aren't painted that well. All in all, not really that awesome of a figure here. I appreciate the general color of it, although we do have the paint on the collar not really looking that awesome with the spikes in it. Why there's spikes on a cat collar? Strange. And we do get a swivel for the head, at least going all the way around. We get up this far and back on the legs, and then up pretty far and back on the back legs over here. The tail can swivel around too. It's pretty good at least. And testing out the box position that Snowball 2 is sitting in works out pretty well actually. The Simpsons Family Multi-Pack stands at about, for Homer, 2 3/4 inches tall, for Marge at about 3.5 almost, for Bart about 2 to 2 1/4, for Lisa about 2 inches or so, for Maggie around 1.5 inches, for Santa's little helper about 1.5, and then for Snowball 2 about 3/4 to 1 inch tall. Next to Jakks Pacific Mario and Sonic in 2.5 inch, Jakks Pacific Mario and Sonic at 4 inch, and here's the Simpson Family Multi-Pack next to the Jakks Pacific Homer Simpson in 5 inch scale and the movie Shadow the Hedgehog in 5 inch scale. And these more static arm poses are why I like the larger figures much better, because you can do anything with them versus these having very few specific use cases. Overall, one big, happy, loving family. The sculpts for the Simpsons family are spot on. I really love how they all look, and they're very dedicated to the characters that are portrayed in the animated series. The paint could be better though. The eyes are a little wonky on some of them, and Homer's hairline isn't as good as it could be, but it's pretty nice where it counts, and some colors do mismatch though. The articulation is the worst part on these though. Homer has really wide arms, and the family can barely stand that well in some points. But the worst part about it is those legs. They're only meant for sitting and being used on the couch in that playset that the couch is from, so yeah, it's kind of a bummer. I wish they had individual legs that could articulate, maybe someday. And aside from the family, the pets are wonderful. The reason I got this set, and they look great. It's just a shame they aren't large enough to go with the 5 inch figures that I truly love. So if you're a fan of The Simpsons, smaller action figures, or Family Dynamics, then you'll love these characters. They're pretty good. But I could only recommend getting them if you're not focusing on the 5 inch figures and you want a wider cast of Springfield characters at a smaller scale instead. But make no mistake, it's all in the family. So which figure here is your favorite out of the Simpsons Family Multi-Pack? Let me know in the comments below. Thank you so much for watching Jesse Hecht Creative. Make sure to click like, subscribe, share, and leave a comment. You can also visit us at jessehechtcreative.com for more reviews like this one. Thank you so much for watching, and keep being creative. Stay tuned.